Just a little heads up to this 5-minute quickie, because it's a bit longer than a 5-minute quickie, and it is something that what I'm going to suggest you do is you listen to it first, make a few notes, and then listen to it again, because part of the exercise I think is sometimes done better with your eyes closed, so you can get really into the feelings that we want to have when we're feeling attentive. So it'll all make sense when you listen to it, but you may want to do it with your eyes closed, which means obviously doing things that doesn't need your attention, okay? Because I want you to be most careful and safe, okay? Have a good listen though. I think you'll find it fun. Personal development, unplugged. And this 5-minute quickie, I'm not quite sure how long it's going to be, because I want to do an NLP technique. But this is something I believe you can come back to over and over again. And it's for being attentive, and attentive in different ways. So you could, if you wanted to, think, well, maybe I'd use this for being attentive to my partner. Maybe in a bit more romantic way. Or it could be just attentive to a person, a partner, just being there. It could be at work, maybe being attentive to somebody who's there, and you want to make sure that you listen, to be there, to be present. Or you could even go even deeper and be attentive to the moment, like a mindful period, a mindfulness experience where you just become attentive to everything that's going on. Now, how are we going to do that? Well, first of all, obviously, I want you to decide what is that context, what you want to be attentive to. And so once you've made your mind up, I want you to think of 3 different feelings that if you had them all, they would really be like a mini recipe for being attentive. So if it's with a partner and it's slightly more intimate, maybe you want that caring. Maybe you want that touch. Or I don't know. You know. If it was for being in the moment, maybe it's just that an awareness. Maybe it's being at peace. Maybe it's having that sight of yours opening up into peripheral vision, so you can take in all the energy and everything in that sight, and listening with very special ears that picks up so many different sounds, so you become in the moment. If it was in a business context, obviously you could think of maybe being able to concentrate, being focused, having a relaxed posture, and that feeling of just being relaxed and there in the moment. Any one of those, and I'm sure you can think of millions more, but I only want you to pick 3. And what I'd like you to do is just write them down. So if you just want to pause for a moment or whatever you want to do, but just think of those 3 different ways of being, feeling, and write each one down, 1, 2, and 3. And when you got them, turn back on this podcast. Okay, so what I want you to do is just, first of all, just so we know the context, I want you to either think of that person, think of that business setting, or think of where you would like to be more present. And then, just so we know we've got that context, so when we go and think of the context where you want this, you know the one we're talking about. So you can see you can come back to this anytime you like with a different context. And now what I want you to do is think of a memory that you had when you had one of those wonderful feelings. And I just want you to see it in your mind's eye. You can be there again, but just see it. Maybe even you can see it as a movie screen. It doesn't matter to me either way. So you can either be in that movie, in that memory, or you can see yourself over there. And then see the next one. So clear the screen, see the second context, or the second memory of that other feeling. And then clear that screen and then bring to mind the third feeling that you'd like to have, the final third, as it were. And again, either go back to that memory or just see it as a movie. And if they go backwards and forwards between, it doesn't matter, because we're going to show you, or I'm going to show you what to do. So we're going to start slowly, and then we're going to speed this up. So I want you to think of that first memory. And if you're there already, that's brilliant. And if you're not and you're seeing that movie, as you see that movie, allow that movie to come and just fall on top of you. So you're back. It just envelops you totally. And as it does that, think of this, the second element that you wanted. And as you see the memory of that, either be there and then just let that movie fall on top of you. So you just suddenly get bathed in that one. And then see the third context, the third one you wanted, the third part of that recipe. And as you see that movie or be there, just allow it to fall on top of you again. And then the first one, see it again, allow that to fall on top of you and feel the feelings. And then see the second one. Whoa, it just falls on top again. Feel those feelings just start to integrate within you. And then see the third one. Oh, just keep, and now speed it up. See the first one again, and the second one, and the third one. Keep feeling those feelings. The first one, the second one, the third one. And now let your unconscious mind do it faster and faster and faster. So you start spinning all those feelings and they're integrating together. And as you spin them faster and faster and keep seeing those memories flash in front of you and feel the feelings coming through you all and so fast. And now think of that context you wanted this feeling in and be there and have it spin with this feeling. And notice what happens. Notice what happens inside you. And allow your unconscious minds to make the adjustments. And as you do that, allow that picture to disappear and see the first memory again. And feel the feelings and allow the second memory to come along and straight on top, and feel those feelings too. And then see the third and allow that to fall on top of you again. And then the first, and then the second, and go faster and faster and faster. And as it goes so fast, see that context you want it. And spin those feelings again and keep seeing that context that you want that in. And just do it over and over again until your unconscious mind makes all the adjustments necessary. And when you've done it, just for a little while longer, then stop. Clear the whole screen. Have a think about something like, what's your telephone number backwards? Can you spell your name backwards? I can. H-G-U-O-L-C. Gluff. L-U-A-P. How different is that? You can spell that forward and backward. Try it. Try it in your mind's eye. See it and then read it backwards. H-G-U-O-L-C. L-U-A-P. All you do. Another technique, but I'll teach you that one another day. Now, as you think of that context, how do you feel? And what I want you to do is, first of all, just allow that to sink in. If it's not as strong as you like, you can do the process again and just spin it faster and faster, but really dive into those feelings. And once you think you're done, just let it go. Let it go. And then notice after you've been with that person, or you've been in that business context, or you've been in a place where you always just wanted to be present. And having done that, notice what difference it made. Be interesting. Let me know. Let me know. I'm going to do some more of these little things because they're just playing. They're giving you food for thought because you can, I wonder what you could use this for as well in a different way. Because we can do so many different things on so many different levels. Let me know how you get on. You can email me, paul@paulclough.co.uk, and I'd love to hear your results. And if you want, you can do it through the contact page of my website, paulclough.co.uk. Okay, so enjoy that. I don't know how long that's been, but it's been a good time. And you might need to listen to that again. I'm not sure. I think I will, because once I really get that, you'll get that really good feeling, and it'll be awesome. Enjoy every heartbeat. Bam. See you soon. Hey, and just before you go, if you spare a moment, just a short reminder that, our friends don't always tell us how they're feeling, and it may be a great thing to do that just share this podcast, or if you know of a podcast which they would appreciate. It would be really good. And if you really want to get every single episode of the PDU, Personal Development Unplugged podcast, just go to iTunes and subscribe. There's a subscribe button there, and it'll come on your device with every new episode. And there's probably 2 a week. I've done 2 a week for a long time now. And if you're really feeling kind, if you feel that kind, you could just leave a review in that place where it says reviews, which is a good place to put a review. If you're interested in finding out a bit more what I do, maybe working or whatever, you can see all the type of things I do on my website, paulclough.co.uk. There's also paulcloughonline.com, where I do my personal development programs and hypnosis tracks, things that are not here. And if you really want to ask me a question, well, paul@paulclough.co.uk, that's my email. Okay, I look forward to hearing from you, seeing you, speaking with you, and enjoy your day. Have more fun than you can stand, wallow in happiness, and shine brightly. Bye-bye now. Personal development, unplugged.